Welcome to Imagination and Co-Creation, the Midwest Chapter Medical Librarian Association Conference for 2025. 2025 Medical Librarian Association Update, and will join in session.
Professor at the Medical South Carolina. Oh, there we go. We did it. She received her Master of Library and Information Science degree from the University of Pittsburgh in 1998. And Heather's presented at many meetings on the topics of research, evidence-based library and information practice, hospital librarianship, and clinical librarianship. Heather is a 2010 recipient of the National Library of Medicine's Biomedical Informatics Fellowship, as well as one of the Library Journal's Movers and Shakers for 2011. She is also a distinguished member of the Academy of Health Information Professionals and the 2014 recipient of the Lois Ann Coliani, might be saying that wrong, Award for Excellence and Achievement in Hospital Librarianship. She has a vested interest in evidence-based practice and has had an active role in developing and furthering the research behind the Medical Library Association's research agenda. And previously, Heather has chaired the Research and Evidence-Based Practice Curriculum Committee for MLA, served on the Board of Directors from 2020 to 2023, and is currently president of the association. So please, without further ado, let's welcome Heather in our Zoom fashion to the meeting, and I'll let Heather take it away.
Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me to be here with you today. I have slides, of course, so let me hopefully do this right. That's always the challenge, isn't it? Of doing it right. And here I am struggling. Hang on, I'll try this
You're
one more
in
time.
good company. I don't think I've gotten it right once, so it's all good.
Well, I've learned that I don't know if it's only a Mac thing or what, but if I don't, like if I have it minimized, even if it's not closed, if it's minimized, it doesn't show up as a screen to share. And I don't understand that because I'm like, it's still open, but whatever. Here we go. Okay. Do you see the correct slide or do you see my notes?
We see
Oh,
the
that's
correct
perfect.
slide.
Looks great.
All right.
Beginner mode.
All right. This is the fourth time I've done this. So so you would think by now that I would have this this regulated and down pat, but I don't. So anyhow, okay. Thank you once again for inviting me to be here with you to give you an update from MLA. There's a script that that I'm supposed to follow, but I don't work like that. So I'm just going to talk with you and give you the high points. There is one in particular thing that I do have to read to you because it's for the chapter meeting. But the rest of it, I prefer to have this as like a conversation. So I'm just going to speak to you rather than read something. If you have questions, I will ask that you can put them in the chat, but I can't do chat and present at the same time. So it's up to you if you want to put them in the chat or wait till I'm done and we can talk then. Okay. So once again, I'm Heather Holmes. I'm the Associate Director of Libraries at the Medical University of South Carolina, and coming to you today as president of MLA. If you need or want to contact me at any point in time, there's, countless ways you can do so, but two ways that are the official route. But I like sharing both of these because they potentially are different depending on what you might want or need. MLA provides this MLA president email account for all the presidents. It's the same, but it goes through MLA, and anything that comes into it, then they route to me if it's relevant. A lot of things come into it that are like advertisements and stuff like that. So they filter it out and then send to me the important things. That means there's other eyes on it besides my own. If you want to get to me directly, you can contact me through my email, my work email account here at MUSC. That's nobody else will see it then besides me. So it's entirely up to you, but I want to be transparent that if you use the MLA email that we're all told to use, then I'm not the only one that's going to see it. Take that as you will. Okay. Okay, so MLAnet, the website. I'm not going to sit here and talk to you and tell you that the website is wonderful because it's not. There's a lot of work that is still being done and it still needs to be done. There are some good things about it that have happened recently, though. The member directory is up and working. The member profiles are available now. And if you didn't know that, you could be like me and say that you didn't know that for quite some time. And the reason is because it was not communicated well. But if when you go to MLAnet and you log in and you get the little message that it looks like your stuff is out of date or needs updated or something like that, that's the prompt saying, go in and look at your profile and put anything into it that you would like to. Again, I didn't know that, so I ignored it for the longest time. And then somebody's like, oh, the profiles are up and going. And I was like, oh, okay, how do I get to it? And that's what that little message is. But once you get in there, there's, you can put in all kinds of stuff about, awards that you've won, things like that, that really give your profile an opportunity to really reflect who you are within the profession. And make it easier for if somebody's looking for you or to find out information about you or whatever through your profile. So that is there. And I encourage you to please go in and make sure that it is accurate and put any extra information into it that you would like to share. Some other additions to the website, there's improved workflow for the specializations and also for individual participant request screening. Those are individual participant requests. That's like if you take a class that is not one that's offered through MLA, but that you want to receive credit for it. That's what that refers to. So those workflows have improved. Still to come is AHIP processing is being worked on to be more smooth flowing also, as well as automatic notifications for AHIP and specializations. And the auto renewal reminders, that's actually already in place. That's been implemented since I got the slide, so I haven't updated that. But you should probably, depending on when your renewal is, I guess I should say, be already getting reminders of the, your membership is going to expire. Please renew, blah, blah, blah. That's all automatic now. So it's not somebody at headquarters that has to sit there and send them out. So that's an improved process also. That being said, again, it is a work in progress. And I again, completely transparent. I think it was rolled out before it should have been. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done. They need to know what is not working for you. So there's the easiest way to do that is to use this page to submit a ticket, and it's just mlanet.org/support. I think you can get to it at the bottom of all the web pages also. But if you submit a ticket and if you're very clear and explicit in what you submit, and as to what's not working, that's very helpful for them to continue to try to make improvements. That being said, this is not an instantaneous thing. So if you submit a ticket today, it's probably whatever it is that you're reporting probably is not going to be fixed tomorrow. There is, I don't know how they're doing it, but there is a, a priority of things that are being addressed before some other things. But regardless, if you're having issues, submit a ticket. If you're having issues that are really affecting your ability to actually use the website to get into your groups or post discussions or anything like that, you can reach out to me and let me know, and I will see if I can figure out a way to get things functional for you. I don't know that that's been a real problem, but some folks have had, minor issues here and there that have needed, a little bit more expedited help. So if you're really struggling with something, let me know. And I'll see what I can do to get it fixed for you. but things are happening on the backside and improvements are being made. One of the other things, and this is not a fix per se, but if you happen to be going to the website and sometimes you get the message that says throttling, and I can't remember what it says after that, but I've discovered usually the way to get around that is if I'm logged in, then I don't get that message. I don't know why that makes sense or why that fixes it, but that sometimes works. So what I suggest is when you go to the MLA website, just go ahead and log in automatically. And that will also potentially get rid of that throttling message for you if you happen to ever get it. Some people don't know what I'm talking about. They've never seen it, but sometimes it happens. And also make it easier for you to go in and submit a ticket and things like that. But again, if you're having like major issues, let me know and I'll see what I can do to help you get them fixed because we do need to be able to use this website. But we're also acutely aware that it is not what it needs to be. Okay, maybe a month or so ago, we had sent out a message through MLA Connect, letting you know that the board had unanimously approved re-envisioning the way that we're doing the awards and honors for the members. What this is doing is making more money available to support the things that members are letting us know that they need financial support with these days. It's also making the administrative burden a whole lot less than what it used to be and is simplifying and aligning the way the awards are done. I don't know how many folks know this, that we actually have, I think 50 awards and honors that we give, which is a lot. But if you've been through any of the meetings in the past few years, well, really since I've been a member, and gone through the awards ceremony, there's not 50 awards being given out. There's a good number of them that we're not getting any applications or nominations at all. And a good number of them that we're getting a whole lot, but that there was minimal financial support to make available to, more members. So by the work that we're doing now, or trying to do, will really help to address the things that the members are letting us know that they want and need support with now and going forward. This is a process that has to be done through the state of Illinois, where MLA is headquartered. So we are working now with the courts, the people who make the say what's legal and what's not legal to make some of these changes. So it's nothing has actually changed yet, but it is in the process of it. But this is making things better for what the members are letting us know that they need and actually giving us more money to be able to make available also. There is actually, let me find just so I can give you all right, so we're increasing the annual recognition disbursement, which currently has been up to $92,000, and now it's going to be $95,000. And it is allowing the total number of annual conference travel and professional development grants that we give increase from 13 to 32 awards will be available now. And this is also helping with the juries. I don't know if anybody's ever served on one of the juries where you decide, fellows, the Janet Doe lecture, things like that. There's been a lot of juries because of all these awards, and the juries had to be formed. And then if nobody was nominated, then that was a whole lot of work that happened for pretty much no reason. So what we've done also, or is coming along with this, is limiting the juries down from 35 to 12. So it'll make all of that process a lot easier also, and much less work overall for the administrative burden. So stay tuned for more information on this, but what I can say to you is that a lot of time and effort was put into making the decisions behind this and how we were going to do it. And it was really a strong reflection of the needs of the organization in terms of redistributing funds and also responding to the needs that the members have let us know that are important to them. So more information will be coming as we progress through the process of getting things implemented. That being said, grants and opportunities are open now, so through November 15th. So you can go into the website under professional development and make nominations or apply for yourself for any of the opportunities that are available and listed there. So they're open. I just told you there's a whole lot more money available, a whole lot more opportunity to get some of the awards, especially travel awards. Well, I know budgets are shrinking and or gone. The money's there, so please take advantage of what we're doing to try to make it better for the membership. Okay. We have also this year the board put into practice 2 new strategic focus areas. One of them is the AI imperative. This task force actually came about from our annual meeting that we had in Portland prior to the meeting starting one day. I think it was a one-day seminar about AI that existed or that took place, and it was really well attended. Obviously, I mean, we can't do anything right now without AI being part of it, or encountering as you're trying to use anything pretty much now. I mean, Google automatically is giving you AI, right? When you do a search, and yes, you can turn it off. But anyhow, this is obviously something that's very important to us and the membership and the work that we do, our profession right now. So there is this task force, and they're working on several things right now, including having an immersion session at MLA this year, and really working to help us understand how the rest of us who are not working deeply in AI, how to really be able to work with it, with all the changes that are coming out so rapidly with everything that we do. The other strategic goal that we put in this year is the leadership at all levels. This is the folks who are making up this task force. I don't know that there's anybody from the Midwest chapter on here. I don't think so. But what they are doing is essentially leadership at all levels. They are looking at ways to help the organization give opportunities, education, whatever it might mean, so that regardless of where you are in your career trajectory, you can get or learn about, or whatever the case might be, leadership experience. Because you don't have to be the MLA president to be a leader. You can be a brand new member of the association and want to really get involved and chair a caucus or be a secretary for a caucus. I mean, leadership at all levels, right? So this is a brand new task force. I assembled this task force. The AI one was assembled before me, but they're getting started. And I think what they're looking at doing is maybe surveying the membership to find out some real interest areas amongst all the members to determine where they should start or what they should focus on. So I'm looking forward to what is going to come out of this task force also. We have some webinars coming up that may be of interest to you. Excuse me, on the 23rd next week. Predatory Publishing 101, what every medical health science librarian should know. And in December, there's one coming up on cultural humility in health and information practice. So if either of those are of interest to you, I encourage you to register for them and learn from your peers about things that are important for what we're dealing with every day. Some other upcoming events. There's a I think today, is that right? Oh no, the other day. Excuse me, the 13th. I don't even know what day it is. Some caucus meetings and some other education opportunities that are coming up from, excuse me one second, let me, I got a dry throat all of a sudden, I'm so sorry. Okay. Clinical librarians and evidence-based practice caucus. Again, talking about AI and what our role is with it. And also, EBSCO host ID exchange with the user experience caucus. Caucus events, even though if you're not a member of that caucus, those education opportunities there's no charge for them, so you can take part in them also. Be Well Wednesdays is still ongoing and hopefully will be for a very long time. I know there are several folks from this chapter who are involved in the planning of that, so that's awesome. Be Well Wednesdays happens every other month. And they focus on different things to help us. I don't know, like in my language, I think of it as what helps keep me sane outside of work. So this month or the next one, it's not this month, it's in November. They're going to be talking about different types of crafts that people do. I mean, so many of us knit or crochet or do needlepoint or scrapbooking or whatever. So that will be the topic in November. Then the next one is in January and March. And then they always do a something in person at the annual meeting also. So there will be something in May also. But it's really just they cover a variety of wellness topics. So if you haven't taken part in that, I really encourage you to. It's really great. The sessions are recorded and the prior ones are all available on the website, so you can go back and watch any of them if you are interested in doing so. A bit of good news for this year, dues will not increase, they're staying the same. Again, the automated renewals have already started going out. The majority of members are on the renewal schedule from January through December, because that's the way it always was, right? But we recently, a year or two ago, anyhow, changed it so that you can renew or join whenever you want to, and your year will be from whenever you join. So if you are not currently a member of MLA and you join today, then your membership will be good from today through October 15th of 2026. So we have that's something new and has been very helpful to a lot of people also. Regardless of when you renew, there is an automatic 2-month grace period. So if you're on the old schedule of December 31st is when it expires, technically you still have rights as a member through the end of February to be able to pay your dues. We did have for a while the ability to pay in installments, but we don't have that option any longer. But the grace period hopefully can help with that a little bit for the folks who used to use the installment option, because we don't have that ability anymore, unfortunately. Big news for right there in your chapter area of Wisconsin is where the annual meeting will be this year. So really looking forward to visiting Milwaukee. I've not ever been there, but I heard that it's a great place, very fun city is what literally anybody that I talk to that has been there has said, that Milwaukee is just fantastic. So this is the part where I have to read to you what they what they put together for me. And I can't hardly get through this because it's hilarious and it's awful puns. But bear with me, okay? Here we go. Join us in Milwaukee for a cheddarific time at the upcoming conference. Attended by sharp professionals, this event is not your average gathering. We're brilliant together, so don't miss the chance to melt minds, spread ideas, and crack the code on what's next in our field. Come for the sessions, stay for the Gouda vibes. It's going to be really amazing. So there. I've done what what I had to do. I read this terrible pun filled invitation to you, but I thought it was hilarious too. So as you can tell, the theme is kind of around cheese and culture. The little emblem that we have this year, our logo, is a cheese wheel. So that's what that is. And then some other pictures here of things that go on around Milwaukee. Of course, I think that's the baseball stadium with the Brewers and cheese and the riverfront. So all kinds of good things. I'm really looking forward to going. So I hope to see many of you there. Also, I just let you know that there is more money available to help support travel funding. So apply for it if you need to. And with that, round one submissions are open now for papers and immersion sessions through October 23rd. So that's next Wednesday, I think. It's soon. I'm pretty sure it's next Wednesday. For papers and immersion sessions. So you can do that through the website. And then how we've done it the past few years is we do a second call later for the lightning talks and posters. So that will open in December. But you can see here, take advantage of this great opportunity to share your knowledge with your colleagues, and really looking forward to seeing what's presented this year, what the topics are, what are the high points of what everybody's talking about. How many of them are going to be talking about AI in some capacity? Probably a lot. So anyhow, get your submissions in if you are interested in a paper or immersion session, or start planning ahead for the lightning talks and posters, because that'll be coming up pretty soon too. December will be here, unfortunately, before we know it. October, as you hopefully know, is National Medical Librarians Month. You may also know that I do not like calling us medical librarians. I prefer to call it health science librarians because I think it's more inclusive. But that's just me. Anyhow, MLA has made lots of things available to us through the website, as they do every year, for you to use to promote the great work that we all do. The theme for this year is better information, better decisions, and there's posters. You can use little icons like in your email signature, all kinds of cool stuff. So those are all on the MLA website also for you to access. And of course, the some of the biggest news to come out of the profession or out of the association this year is that Kate and Kevin are both retiring. Kevin is retiring in January, and Kate is retiring in June. So we'll have her for a little bit longer. I will be organizing something, I don't know what. Kate's worked with MLA for it'll be 38 years when she retires. So she's literally had a lifetime with us. So we will, do something special for her at the annual meeting. Kevin, Kevin, because his timeline is shorter, I'm not sure what I will be doing to commemorate his time with us and to thank him for his service, but something. Kevin has, I don't know, most members don't interact with the headquarters staff too much on a regular basis, but I have to tell you that, of course, Kate is an institution in and of herself with MLA. And Kevin has was a little bit of hyperbole, but pretty much single-handedly saved our organization financially and kept us from going the way of SLA, who no longer exists. They sort of do, but they don't. Their organization doesn't exist anymore. They were uh, absorbed by another organization. Um, especially during COVID when, everything was financially a mess for the entire world, really. Kevin really helped us make wise decisions in terms of our finances, where to spend, where to invest, and what to do with our money to make it and us sustainable. And we have him to thank for the strong financial position that we are in right now. Um, that being said, we are looking at like a $300,000 operating deficit this year, which sounds like a tremendous amount of money, and it is. I don't I'm not trying to minimize that at all. But that is one of the other things with us restructuring our awards and all the finances altogether will help with that. But our $300,000 operating deficit this year, in comparison to what some of our peer organizations are dealing with, is minimal. So I'm hopeful that our next executive director, which we're currently recruiting for, will have at least half the great business sense that Kevin has had to help keep us financially sound. We are still recruiting for, well, I shouldn't say we, because it's MCI, the Association Management Company that we work with. They are still recruiting for Kevin's replacement. I got an update from them this morning that through the first week or maybe 2 weeks, anyhow, so far they've gotten like 60 applications for the executive director position, which I think is fantastic. It really shows a lot of people are, first of all, interested in working with us. The way it works is that MCI will go through and do like the initial screening and determine of those 60 how many are potentially good candidates, and then they'll do a screening with them. And then we have a separate committee made up from board members, which is I have the executive committee, so it's me, Brenda Linares, our past president, Tara Douglas Williams, our president-elect, and Kate Flewelling, our treasurer. And then I have 2 other board members that I asked for volunteers of people to participate with us. And I got a good number of people who volunteered, but I only needed 2. So Beverly Murphy and Liz Kellermeyer are the other members of what we're calling the, what are they calling us? Screening committee, I think. Ultimately, we will have final say or veto power, I guess, with who they make the offer to. But we don't have anything to do with the beginning part of it now, like while they're doing the screening and so forth. But I am encouraged that there are so many applicants. And while it's, change is a thing, right? People leave our jobs all the time. This gives us opportunity to really look ahead to the next chapter of what, we want to be doing with our organization, what we want to focus on, what's important to us. I think it'll be great to have some, in a new executive director, somebody else, a different set of eyes on the way we've been doing things. If somebody has, if we hire somebody that's got experience either in health sciences or academia, then, they may have some insight for us about some trends. I don't know. It's, the change is happening, right? So we look forward to the opportunity while, of course, celebrating all that Kevin and Kate have done for the association over the years. So I look forward to being able to communicate more to you about that and let you know where we are with finalists and things like that. So lots of exciting things happening. They told me when they asked me if I would be interested in running for president, I was like, I don't know, wasn't sure. I was sick at the time. I had COVID. And then anyhow, one of the things that I talked about with actually Shannon Jones, past president. Shannon's actually my boss also. That I talked about with her. She's like, it's just, you'll never be prepared for what you're going to have to deal with as president. And I thought I was going to have to deal with AI stuff because I'm not comfortable with AI. I don't use it. I was not expecting to have to hire new leadership for the organization, but here we are, completely unexpected. But it's happening, and it's an opportunity for us to move forward. So that's the big thing on my plate right now. That is the end of my slides for you. This is my my beautiful girl Persephone. She's there for your viewing viewing pleasure. Are there questions that I can answer? Let me scroll through the chat here.
Yeah, there's something in the chat. Do you want me to read it to you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so this is from Karen Hannes. She says, "Hi, Heather. Thanks for acknowledging that the MLAnet site still needs work. I struggle with the fact that the site doesn't work well for collaboration between group, committee, jury members. And I realize that MLA needs time to fix this issue. But in the meantime, many groups, committees, juries have leaned on using Google Docs to have a space for collaboration. And many hospitals block the use of Google Docs and Dropbox on their networks. So can you please raise awareness that leaning on these collaboration platforms excludes or at least inconveniences many of the members whose work in hospital libraries and are trying to serve in MLA committee roles?"
Yes. Thank you, Karen. And Lisa, thank you for reading it. This, I don't want to say this is a number one thing I've heard, but it's kind of an offshoot of the number one thing that I've heard actually since the entire time that I've been president, is how disruptive it has been. I'm really trying to be polite. That we don't have listservs anymore. Like, everybody is mad that we don't have listservs anymore. Even though it's an antiquated technology, it worked, right? So I cannot promise you, but I am working with them to get listservs back for us. So at least hopefully we'll have that you can communicate without having to go to the website and log in and whatever. I know that's not exactly what you're referring to here, Karen, but that is something I'm trying to do. The collaboration space is, that was one of the selling points. And maybe selling points isn't the right way to say it, but anyhow, one of the things that was supposed to be really great for us, to, have this collaboration space in the website where all this stuff could be done, sharing of documents and whatever. And it's just not there yet. You can share documents, but you can't collaborate on them. And that's pretty much not helpful to anybody. So I've copied and pasted your text actually so that I can have exactly that. I will, no names on it or anything, but I will add that to my list of this needs to be prioritized, because it does. It's made it pretty much impossible for us to function in many ways. And again, to just be completely transparent with you, we've lost members over this. And, I'm sitting here telling you about our deficits and whatever, and a lot of that could be fixed if we had members filling those spots, right? But when you're already doing volunteer work, which is what this is, president, I don't get paid for this. This is volunteer. You can only give so much of yourself, right? It's a lot. And how much you want to do outside of work from, your hospital librarian. I used to be a hospital librarian, so I know this very, very well. So being able to, go home at night to do my MLA stuff where I could use my own network and not be, restricted. That's not convenient for everybody. It wasn't convenient for me. And whatever. So we need to be able to work. We need to be able to have the tools in place to be able to do the job for the association. Like that's the thing about it. Like all this work that we're doing is for the association, and the association's not giving us, it's like asking you to come to work, but you don't have a computer. It's just like not, um, yeah, it's not feasible. So I hear you. And I will make sure that they know that this is something that we just need to, it needs to be fixed. Okay.
Persephone is a beautiful cat.
Isn't she pretty?
Just wanted to say that out loud because she
Yeah,
is
no, she's gorgeous.
pretty. Any other questions, folks, for Heather while we have her here?
Okay. Well, if you think of anything, or if you want to ask something that you're not comfortable to ask in front of everybody, again, feel free to contact me. I'll put my email in the chat before I go. But thank you for your time this morning, and I do hope to see as many of you as possible in Milwaukee. We can have cheese together. It'll be great.
GRATE.
Yeah.
Yep, the cheese puns. That was Fast and Furious, Heather.
No, seriously, they gave me the slides because they prepare the slides, and I went through them to make sure I knew what I was talking about, because there's a lot of things going on, and I'm actually not even privy to all of it. So I going through like, okay, do I know at least what this is, or I can fake it, or make something up, whatever. And then I got to that page and I was like, they want me to they want me to read this. The first time I did it, I couldn't even get through it. I like had tears. I was laughing so hard. I was like, oh my God. But yes, it'll be great. We can have cheese and whatever other good things there are in Milwaukee. So thank you again for your time, and I appreciate your patience with the struggles that we're having with the website and everything, because I feel it. I know.